when I was in the Edison store, they had a low income housing place behind the store called Potter's Field, and we had a lot of theft in that store. And I remember one of the highlights of that escapade there was when I was working there was um, the people coming in and stealing cigarettes, and they were taking it down to the liquor store, which is in the same shopping center, and trading them for liquor. And when I found out that that was happening, we would try and stop. I stopped one guy walking out with a bunch of stuff in the lobby of the thing, and he pulled a knife on me. Um, but you had to be careful. You had to be careful. And then I went down and I talked to the liquor store owner, and I said, listen, you got to stop swapping my cigarettes for liquor for these people. If you don't do it, they're not going to come in to steal them, because it was too far to go anywhere else to try and trade these cigarettes, and they'd have to be seen carrying them out on the highway and stuff. Um, Unless, of course, they were driving. Uh, but people from Potter's Field, not many of them drove. They would just walk to the store. And he was telling me, I don't know what you're talking about. And, at that point in time, one of the people that were stealing the cigarettes came in with some stolen cartons and was trying to swap them off. And he's going, hey, get out of here! I can't do anything here. That's the manager from the store and everything. And the criminal, he got all excited and walked out, came back in with a bat and started breaking up the liquor store, and they had to call the police and have him arrested. But after that, we started really clamping down on cigarettes with different security devices to have keep people from stealing them. But there was nothing like the theft that would happen in the Kearney store, which I'll talk about at a later time. So after the Edison store, I went back to the Jackson store and opened up that beautiful store, and with those beautiful people, and with Lisa as my head cashier, and Eileen as my bakery manager, and Kevin as the seafood captain, Phil as the meat manager, Teddy was my grocery manager. What a group of people. What a group of people. Teresa worked in the office. So many different people. What a great place to work. So many memories. So many memories. We even had Richard Gere come visit us one year for Lisa's birthday. As the pretty woman. She really liked Richard Gere. A lot of memories there. A lot of memories. And I left there, went to Rutgers, worked in a Rutgers store for a while, and that's where we were bought at the end of the Food Town career. We became Edwards. Now Edwards was the old finest company that had sold to us 20 years ahead before. They had changed their name to Edwards Supermarkets from First National Stores, and decided that they wanted to make another input into New Jersey. Mayfair was a great company, but Mayfair overextended themselves. Stanley overextended himself. They had opened some stores in South Jersey that didn't do quite well, and they took a hosing because they tried to run them like they did in the northern stores in North Jersey. And South Jersey is a whole different world, a whole different shopping experience. They buy different products, and they have a whole different way of doing things there that we never understood. And the company lost a lot of money, and since Stanley had invested so much money, it took a long time to recoup. He ended up selling off those stores, then eventually ended up being in debt so much that he was having a hard time, and he was getting up there in years, so he decided to sell the company off, take his money and run. And the Edwards people came in, and that kind of signaled my time to start looking elsewhere for another job, because they They were a corporation. They weren't a people company. They didn't care about their people. They only cared about their profits. And I didn't like the way they did business. They would rather that you have the store look pretty than have merchandise on the shelves. And there were numerous times that somebody would walk in and say, well, why is the night crew still here working? Or why didn't the whole store get blocked down? And I would say to them that, blocking down a store and putting product in the back means that when the customers come in to buy, they're not going to be able to buy the products that they want to buy. People don't come in to shop empty spaces. They come in to buy the groceries that they want or on the shelves. And they just had a different philosophy. They'd rather that you have it neat and have a hole than to have it not quite as neat, but have the product on the shelves for the customers to buy. So after a year or so, I had my fill of that. And I had a headhunter call me and ask me if I wanted to interview for a ShopRite. And I said, why not?